Okay, so last session, you guys decided to go to Olivax's church to pay some tithing and had some good discussions about what was going on. You then hired a courier to bring you dinner out by a tree. You guys were just relaxing as it was cloudy outside. And then as you finished up dinner, it started to rain and you decided to try and break into House Papaleo to see.
I think it should be rephrased to all of Axe is like, boys, this is happening right now.
So Olivax and his squire Palacios went up to the front door to try to speak to Papaleo, while Waldo went in and scouted out one of the rooms that he had gone into. Didn't really find anything, so he went back out. Nothing else was really learned other than it seems Lord Papaleo is aware about the mine that Droll and Sinclair have approached him. And you guys left. So the time is now yours as far as what you would like to do. It is about, sorry, Ryan.
I'm pretty sure with our mini session that the group is the people who are not me, Enzo, or oh my gosh, I can't remember names, Waldo, are getting awoken by someone being like, oh, you're being summoned to Droll's office or something like that.
Yeah, so I'll get to that. But as far as like you guys are leaving, it is about 7 p.m. It is raining outside. As far as like if you guys had any other plans, mainly Olivax and
Hey, booger boy.
if you guys wanted to do anything other than just going back to the tavern and resting, that is what Waldo, Enzo, and Thadon are doing. Okay, I will take silence as that is fine. So you guys go back to the tavern and have a long rest. Olivax and Tink, you guys are then awoken at about the middle of the night and are told that you need to leave and you need to go to Droll's as quickly as possible. So you guys head over there and group one, which would be everyone but Enzo, you guys get there. And when you knock on the door, it takes a little bit for someone to answer. The person who answers is not someone that you know. It is a dwarf female, and she says, "Hello, what can I do you for? Why did you come at this hour?"
We have dire news of the fate of the whole realm, potentially. This is not a drill or a joke. We need to speak to Droll immediately.
Can this not wait until the morning?
I don't know if you heard the first part about the fate of the realm. Literally,
Right.
this is
Hold
not
on
a
a second.
joke.
Give me a moment. She will close the door. And it'll be like another 3 minutes, and then she'll open the door and she'll say, "Okay, come in," and she'll usher you inside.
Oh, during that 3 minutes time, speaking of Enzo, do you want to give him? I'm currently changing the baby. Do you want to give him a rundown of what happened last night with those 3 minutes?
So Enzo is actually not with you guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Waldo, do you want to give him the rundown?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. I hope I remember.
So we're just waiting for Droll.
So Trent and Kyler do not know what happened, so I guess I can summarize for you, unless you'd like to do it.
I thought I was waiting to tell Droll, or was Ryan saying to tell everybody else?
I think while you guys were
Is
waiting,
anyone even asking me what happened?
I am so confused with what's going on right now. So
cleared up.
I
So
guess
are we
just
all
moved
we're
on
all together right now, except for
and
Enzo.
called the
Correct.
Droll.
The Don and Waldo came by and woke you up and said we need to leave and go to Droll's right now.
Okay. Sorry, I was helping with kid stuff. What is going on? Why are we in such a hurry?
Well, we went back to the house. Well, we found some papers. And
Whose house?
the dwarf man house, Papa Leo house.
You went back to the house.
We went into the house, down the chimney, and into the office. And Thadon broke his desk and found some treasures and papers with words on it.
And what did the words say?
He said it was something about these stones that could talk to other people. I can't remember. You have to ask the Don.
Was it criminal?
Potentially very criminal. And unfortunately, we got bamboozled right at the end, trying to gather a little bit more evidence. But one of the sending stones said, record nothing of our conversations. This is top secret stuff. And if that doesn't scream potential badness, I don't know what does. Again, this could all be wrong. Hopefully Droll has, as like the head wizard, will have some means of figuring out where the other stone is. Maybe it is in our Ragnar's possession or one of his lieutenants or something, but evidence points that is potentially the case. And if not, well, we have to get out of here tonight. Otherwise, we may be hunted down.
Glorious.
Is at this time the dwarf comes back and she ushers you inside. And she'll say, Droll is not quite up yet, but he will meet you in the same room as always. And she'll wait till you all come inside, and then she'll shut the door. She'll lead you up to the top of the stairs. At that exact time, Enzo, you would have arrived and knocked on the door. And you would have heard, the rest of the group would have heard her been like, who is here now? And she'll go down and open the door to you.
Hey, I just made it. Is everybody here yet?
Are you with the others?
Yes.
All right. Come in.
Thank you. Are we just going up to his office? I know the way if that's where we're going.
I'll lead you, and she'll shut the door and lock it, and then lead you up. Take you to the same room that you guys have met in every single time you've come here. Frog's little workspace seems to all lights are off, and yeah, Droll then comes out a few minutes later, and he is not dressed like in his normal robes. He is wearing like a nightgown type thing.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Did we interrupt you and your fiance? I apologize. I know you and he are. I'm so sorry.
There's no minds. As well as like now that he's not wearing all of his robes, you can really see the tattoos on his head that make like a diamond shape that come all the way. Like he has no hair and it's just like this tattoo, as well as on his bottom chin. You can also see some other tattoos on his arms that aren't visible in his normal clothing. Seem to be like very tribal looking.
Is Droll dark skinned?
Yeah,
Like African or like
Droll
Latino?
Droll is a black male human.
So he has like, okay.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get some tea. Would anyone like some tea before I sit down and chat with you all?
You have any water? Can I get a glass of water, please?
Yeah. He'll snap to his dwarf person, and she will go get you guys water. He'll leave and come back with some tea. All right. What is this about?
Tadam, you got the
Don,
papers?
take it away.
Give me 1 minute.
I don't really know what we're looking at because I wasn't actually in the room.
He just needs a minute to gather his thoughts.
The Don has poop on his hands. He's washing his hands.
Don, you should use paper instead of your hands.
Use Blasius's back.
That is how my mother
Yes.
taught me, and I will hear nothing of it. Okay, I'm available. Okay, so, do you promise not to get mad at us if this proves to be a false alarm?
What did you do?
So, remember how we told you that we heard some rumors that Mr. Papaleo or the Papaleo state was potentially in bed with Ragnar?
Yes, I recall you saying something of the sort. Yes.
Well, as caring and concerned citizens, we decided to investigate. And we were able to get inside. We found his special desk drawer where he kept some sending stones. And one of them, I'm going to fish out the important one, and it's a company piece of paper, seems to be very top secret stuff where even this man who's got a ledger book this thick didn't keep any information from it. Seemed very out of character. And also found troop reports. I'm going to pull out my notes because I didn't steal any of those papers, of him sending his troops slowly but surely out of the land to Drasso. Was that what it was called?
Greybaugh?
Drabar, there it is. I think it was there with a D. And I don't actually know where the setting stone goes. Look at the paper. It seemed very risky to try to call it, but with your magical abilities or potential magical friends, maybe you could figure out where it goes to who it goes to. Because if this turns out to be something that's just innocent, then we definitely have to leave tonight because we definitely did not do this quietly.
So what I'm understanding is you've broken into Lord Papaleo's manor and stolen intellectual property and actual property, none of which seems to be incriminating evidence.
Well, again, if this
And
setting
then
stone goes
have-
to,
And then have brought in this evidence into my tower.
like, I mean, I'll be more than happy to give it to you and make a letter of we were concerned citizens, of course, even anonymous, seeing that you're innocent. We were just cared more about this. We've looked into nothing. We've taken of nothing importance. Here's everything back. But again, don't know if I mean, again, if this setting stone goes to who we think it goes to, Magic Man, this is definitely incriminating evidence.
Have you tested the stone?
Once again, if you look at here on the description where it says only use in case of emergencies, I'm not very good at faking voices, nor do my friends have any abilities to change their voices. Seemed very risky to do so without the proper skills and maybe burn a lead.
So are you wanting me to look into this for you?
I mean, it's also for you, because if we're right, then it affects you because he is in bed with Ragnar. So we're really helping each other.
Unless you're wrong. And then
Unless we're wrong, in which case we're super screwed. We'll give you everything we took back. Again, we came to you because we're not here to rob from him. If we were just to rob him, we wouldn't have come to you. And we're here as concerned citizens.
Well, in that case, you hear a knock from the bottom door, and the dwarf lady goes down, and she leaves for a minute, and then comes back up and says, Droll, some guards from House Papaleo are here to see you. They say that someone is inside of this tower that they have trapped. And Droll will say, all right, give me a moment. Well, it seems like our time is up. I believe that you might have some sort of evidence here. However, I can't look into it when I have the party that has been it's too early.
Well,
that you're trying to incriminate also here.
That makes sense. Could you teleport us now?
Yes, I can.
Guys, any objections?
Which one of you went into the house recently?
Me, and I'm going to point to Waldo, and Waldo here.
I was also in there last night, but I knocked on the door and I was ushered in.
Which one
So
of you
none
are
of
they
us-
tracking?
I don't believe Waldo and I were spotted, so I'm going to look to Enzo. Don't really know. How exactly did your distraction go?
No one saw my face. They just saw me running away.
Who saw you exactly?
I don't know. I just saw a person through the window, and I just wanted to make sure they saw me run away, not them.
Did any of the guards see you?
Possibly from the top of the wall, but like I said, everything was covered.
All
All they
right,
can
all right,
see.
all right. Well, I can either turn all three of you into animals that can understand, or we can teleport now.
Oh, guys, we have like 10 seconds to decide. What do you pick?
Yes, please.
I kind of want to see this through because if we did take something from an innocent man, I'd rather not take the innocent goods with us.
You talking, Cam?
Sorry. Yes, turn us into animals then, and we'll leave in the morning.
All right, one moment, please. He's gonna get up and leave the room. He's gonna come back with another person. And this person is human, and it is a male. He looks like he's in his early 20s. And he's gonna point, and him and the other guy are both gonna cast a spell at the same time. Do you resist the spell?
I do. I fight to resist. I don't like trusting my fate into this guy's hands, but I do give in.
Okay. So you all turned into eagles. You guys can understand common, but you cannot speak. And he will then say, all right, go and ask them if they still get someone from inside the tower. And he will also ask you to put the stone and the papers inside of the bag that you brought it in. That way it cannot be tracked.
I go forgetting I'm an eagle and like try to pick it up with my wings and finding that try to go with my claws and that not working, kind of look over to my brother or Enzo. Not Enzo, Olivac, sorry.
Wings. He's gonna say, oh, I'm gonna go and speak with them and get them out of here. We'll tell them to come back in the morning. if they still get any searching, but anyways, so he'll leave for a minute and then he'll
Are
come
the
back.
items on Thadon when he's transformed?
I left them out for what's his name? So they would not be on my person. My
Oh.
papers and the papers and notes and the one incriminating sending stone should all be out. Everything else that we took should be in the bag of holding still.
How long did this spell last? Did you say?
It lasts an hour, I believe,
Okay.
if it's polymorph.
Well, is that correct? An hour? Okay.
Wait, so where did
Wait, Droll left?
Yeah, Droll left. He went to go talk to the people downstairs with one of his assistants.
So because Enzo, Thadon, and Waldo are wanted, Droll is turning them into eagles so they don't get
So
spotted.
we don't ping the spell that tracks people.
Yeah, if you're
'Cause
tracked,
they're not people
turn
anymore.
into an animal, you're no longer trackable because you're not that person anymore.
And then what's he telling us to do with the items?
Put them in a bag of holding so they cannot be tracked.
Gotcha. Okay.
Kink's bag of holding is a special one. Or they can't be tracked, right?
Yellow bus special. Yeah, we know.
I'm caught up to speed now.
Yep, so Droll's gone for like 10 minutes. And then he comes back. He looks flustered and frustrated. All right. I have them gone. Please come with me. All of you. So we can speak about this further. And he will take you upstairs into a room that looks like a
Recording in progress.
Oh, that's my bad.
when he takes you upstairs, he goes into this room. It looks like a closet room for the entrance, but when you walk inside, it looks like a magical shop. Like there's just crap everywhere on display, like weapons and scrolls. There's like a desk with ink and paper. And then at the very far end, there's like another door, and it's like all black. And he walks up to the door and he says, do not touch anything. Please go inside of this room. We cannot be tracked inside of here. And he leads you in. The room is not very big. It's like 10 feet by 10 feet. And you will drop the spell to polymorph.
Does that look like a cell, a holding cell?
It looks like a vault. There's no windows. It's solid metal. You see the sword of Arcturus in here.
Okay.
And you see some other items as well that some are in cases and sheaths and stuff, but it looks like this is like his personal vault where he has things.
This is the place that looks like a magic shop.
You walk through that place and you're now inside of a vault looking thing on the other side of that room. But yes,
We're in his sex room.
your name. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
All right.
Before, just if I may say something real quick, Droll. I apologize for the tough situation that we've put you in. And I just pray that you can look at our actions as intent to do good rather than recklessness. And I understand that this is tough, but we are just trying to do what's right. The realm is in a bad place, and we're trying to make it better. I'm sorry that you're tired. We didn't mean to wake you, but we believe the safety of the realm comes first. I hope you can understand.
I do understand to a point. I know that I have worked with you guys in the past and have trusted you with delicate information. I just wish that I would have had a little bit of a heads up.
I'm gonna look to all of X, but not like call him out and just be like, it was a little bit more spur of the moment than we were expecting.
Well, it turns out information travels a little more fluidly than I would have expected as well. We met with 2 different people yesterday that both knew that we knew about the portal and the crystals. So it seems like information we're telling you is also leaking out to other people.
I approached
So we
Papale.
didn't want to tell you about our plan to go into Papaleo, because honestly, we didn't know if someone else would hear about it first. So
Understood. But breaking and entering and then leaving a mess is another thing.
I
did
knocked on the
approach-
door.
I did
I didn't break into anything.
Well, I just spoke with his guards. Seems to have been damage done, things missing. Someone was tracked to my tower. I'm having to try and get them off of your tail when it leads back to my house. But I did approach Papaleo. You guys mentioned that there's something very sacred and there is a portal to the Pharaoh. So that is important to me and it's part of my purview. So yes, I did approach Papaleo to try to get access. I did not disclose what was in there, what I was looking for, only that I wanted to get access. Because I know it takes forever, because those noble prats are hard to work with. I have mentioned that in the past. So
How would Sinclair know about the portal if you didn't tell him?
I did not discuss the portal with Sinclair whatsoever. I only mentioned that you guys had crystals and that he might approach you to buy them. I didn't mention anything to Sinclair about the portal. I haven't talked to Sinclair about you guys whatsoever, other than what I just told you.
Okay. Just so you know, Sinclair knows about the portal. Also,
Did you tell him about the portal?
no.
Oh, I did.
All right.
You see? Hold on, sorry. There's a loud noise in the room. All right, I'm back. Yes, I told him.
Okay, would have been nice to know.
You were there.
No,
You were
It
there.
was when we took all the crystals. We stole
my
them.
body was there.
Well, that's all I have to go off of. I apologize.
All right. Well, as far as the stone and mimicking voices, I do not have anyone in the city at the moment that can do such a skill. So I don't know if you're wanting to leave that with me and have them do it at a later time. Don't know if you're wanting to take it with you and maybe trying them out and seeing where they go.
Do you have a way to at least copy voices? Maybe you could copy Papaleo's voice.
I am not a mimicker. I have one who works for me, but he is not in the city at the moment. He is in Gargashaw on a separate assignment, and I do not know when they will return. So if you want to leave it with me, I'm happy to keep it. I'll leave it in this room.
I
Or-
can record his voice.
I am but a simple con man thief, hired killer at times. But from what I know, time is potentially of the essence in this. If this is what we suspect, and news reaches Ragnar before able to use the stone, I fear that whatever lead we may have gained would be wasted. However, and as we've talked tonight, news can travel quickly, especially if it's something like getting a direct link to him.
Well, there's no way for me to track the brother of this stone, as it could be hundreds of miles away. If I were to scry on the stone, it most likely would go to the maker or one of the many owners of this stone. Plus, it's not always guaranteed that it will work.
Well, I feel it is just at least worth an attempt potentially. Again, this is your kingdom. We are simple, humble servants trying to do our part in this war we found ourselves tangled up in. And maybe maybe my words mean nothing. Again, this is so far above anything I've ever been involved in. I am just trying to voice a fear because we risked a lot and we've put a lot on you. I would hate for it to all be for nothing because we waited a few days.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is to just use it and see who speaks at the other end.
I guess I'm just asking, do you think that would be best, or should we wait a few days? I don't know how everyone else feels.
If I know Papaleo, they will most likely contact this person by other means and tell them that it has been compromised. So you're right, we do have a short window, or you or I don't know if this is a we at this point. There is a short window to potentially find out who the owner is of this sending stone.
How do you feel about lying?
What did you have in mind?
How would you feel about saying that you've, at least conversing with this person, potentially have joined or are ready to, Papaleo has convinced you to potentially join, assuming we're able to figure out if this is to who we think it is, to maybe get them to keep talking or keep listening?
Yeah, it's possible that this person doesn't know my voice. So, I mean, you might be just as good at lying and saying that you're me. I don't know how they would know the difference.
I mean, if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it.
I would maybe prefer to use someone else's name, as I might be making an enemy who's someone who might want something from Alloy.
I just can't think of another person who maybe Papaleo would give the stone to other than the head wizard, who seems to be very influential potentially in the city. If you're fine with me giving someone else's name who's high up in power, I'm cool with it. I have no qualms with it. But last time I acted on using people's names and influence without permission, it did badly for me. So I'm just being overly cautious.
Well, I don't know how much this will help, but I do have I think Frog has a device where if you are touching the stone, because if you use the stone, it will only speak, the voice will only speak into your mind. But Frog has built a contraption where if you put the stone in this contraption and hold the stone, it will amplify the voice out. So we could maybe do that and like all listen and see if we recognize who it is. Or maybe ask a question that maybe Papaleo would ask.
I did not get enough information on this man to be able to ask such a question. But I could pretend to try to be him or a head guard and say that things have been compromised and there's not much time to act if we want to go that route.
I mean, it's technically the truth.
It is technically the truth.
Well, let me fetch Frog. I would actually don't want to leave you in here with all of this treasure. One moment, please. He's going to pull out copper wire and cast the sending spell to Frog. Frog, please bring your contraption for the sending stones to amplify it and bring it to the vault at once, please.
I'm gonna look to my brother and see if he is able. First off, does he keep making a save every time he takes a long rest? Maybe he's no longer ugly and hideous.
It's true. You do need to make a save with disadvantage to see if you are still cursed. Tink, if you want someone to roll for you, just let me know. Or if you would like to roll.
Thad, can you roll? +2. Is
+2?
my modifier.
Disadvantage?
Yes.
All right. Do you want 1 black die, 1 white die, 2 white die, or 2 black die?
You know, whatever's feeling lucky.
All
I don't
right.
know.
1 black, 1 white. Feeling spicy. You're +2?
Yeah.
Well, one of them was really good. The other one is a 6
Still
total.
ugly.
6 total?
Yep.
Yeah, you're still deformed. Unfortunately.
Brother, do you have any means to manipulate voices? I know you were gonna work with that guy. Have you been able to tinker with anything to see if we can make that happen?
I cannot talk right now.
Okay.
I can record voices. That's about it.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Droll, while we're waiting for Frog, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, Master Olivex.
Why would someone send troops to Drabar?
Why would someone send troops to Drabar?
Correct.
Like someone of
Why would Papaleo send troops
many
to
reasons.
Drabar?
He most likely has a foundry there. I mean, you went through his things.
I didn't go
Put
through
on.
anything.
Put on. You probably saw that he has many different people under his employ. Travels back and forth. I don't know all of the different cities he goes to, but I know he for certain goes to Drabar and he goes to what's the other city called down south? White Sparrow and potentially Gargashal, the capital. So it makes sense that a lot of his guards would go there because that's where all of his caravans go down.
How many guards does a house like Papaleo even have?
That would be a question for Thadon.
I gave him the numbers. I don't actually know what the numbers are, but I'll give him the numbers.
You would assume like over 100 guards under his employ. And he probably employs more than 3,000 people, if not more than that. Like 3,000 miners at least.
And how many of the Thadon on that little sheet of paper, how many troops did he send to Drabar? Does it say?
I believe it did say.
God.
I did take notes. I said this in our session. I took notes of like the details of it.
Yeah, I don't know how much you would have gotten because there was a lot of information to go over.
It's okay if you don't have it. This was
So,
curious.
you might not
Because if
have
he
a-
sends all of his troops, that might raise a red flag.
Could I roll to see potentially if I figured it out or not?
Sure.
What would I roll?
History.
History. That's a 10 plus anything for history. 12.
You'd probably guess like 60% of his troops are in the Drabar area.
So 60 troops.
60%.
60% of 100 is 60.
Right. It's early.
Again, I don't know his work. I don't I don't oversee that thing. I work with the magic community in the city, and I oversee magical laws. I think I've told you this twice now.
You
I
have?
don't know what his business practices are, why he would be sending things, or I don't know. You'd have to talk to them directly. Maybe Caproni would have more information. He is the person over the merchant guilds, but again, I don't know why he wouldn't have anything to do with his business. He usually just deals with taxes and things like that. So I don't know.
It's just that not too long ago we came across some people who came from Dreba, who stole a unicorn, who apparently were associated with the chain. So was just curious if there was a link there.
I don't know. I don't think this is related to Glatiri. I don't see why he would. Glatiri was more. They were working for the chain of Orokef, some sort of contract they mentioned. So yeah. Anyways, Frog, thank you for coming. Frog will bring it in. You'll leave it there and say he's going back to bed. All right, do we want to do this?
I think we have to do this.
All right, well, we cannot be magically tracked in here, so this is as safe as it's gonna get.
Let me see. Let me see. My charlatan ability gives me, and if it's just writing or if it's anything else.
I've provided the materials and the place. I am basically a co-conspirator at this point.
Do you want to try to scry on him while we're doing this? Maybe that will give you a better tether to where the other sending stone that looks like this is.
He said scrying would only show him the owner or the maker of the stone.
He said maybe. I don't know if hearing who's holding it maybe helps narrow it down.
Dawn, we've already put Droll in a very compromising position. Let's not press our luck.
I'm just trying, in case I screw
Have
this
some
up.
respect.
I'm just trying to cover all the bases.
Don't all the stones go back to Papaleo? He was going to send out these stones to other people.
I think they are. Oh, sorry.
Well, based on the contracts that you showed me earlier, it appears that these contracts are for, looks like one is to a wizard, one is to a mining company, one is to someone who manufactures things such as picks and such. And it looks like these go to those folks. So that is where these stones go. As to why he would have a contract with the wizard, I do not know. All right, well, it is in the contraption. All you must do is touch
So we
it.
don't know if he was going to send out these stones to these different people,
They should.
or if he was just keeping a stone, one for each person to communicate with each one.
Based on what
But it doesn't make sense, because why would you keep the stones in the drawer? If someone reaches out to you, you're not going to hear it because they're locked in the drawer in the desk.
They could have a set time to communicate, but we can theorize about that stuff after we try to deceive whoever we're talking to.
I thought he was going to send them out. That's why they were in the drawer locked.
Nope, they look like they went to specific people.
Okay.
Like a burner phones, basically, in a drawer.
I'm gonna touch the stone and do my best of someone who's acting panic and frantic. Just be like, hello, are you there?
Yes, Lord Papaleo, I am here. How can I help you? At this hour of need. Why you disturb me so late?
It's not me. You know what I mean? It's, my lord's manor is being investigated by. I'm just gonna look to Droll. By Droll, apparently he's been tipped off about something, and my lord was able to give this to me and sneak out. But I was told to inform you that possible compromisation is in progress. We don't believe they'll find anything, but we followed your information to the letter. But he's a very powerful mage. But my master was nervous.
Give this to your master, interloper, or you will pay for your insolence.
I don't. What do you mean? What do I give to my master? I'm sorry.
This conversation is over. Tell your master I will send him a message separately, and he will not like what he receives.
With that comment, I'm gonna talk back and be like, well, we found you once, sir. I guess we'll find you again.
You do not hear any replies.
So they already got him.
Bo, I would have liked to use some of my stones that I keep in my pocket to record what that guy's voice is sounding like.
Sounds good.
I think I could do 5 seconds per stone.
Okay.
I'm going to find you, and then I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna look up. I'm like, Waldo. I've never heard such words from you.
A fury rises from within.
I'm gonna look to Droll though, and just be like, "What? One, sorry about using you as the means for that. I couldn't think of anything else on the spot. Two, that sounded very suspect."
Why did you have to use my name, and what sounded suspect?
Well, once again, I was just trying to find someone who would have the authority to investigate that. I couldn't think of anyone else's names. I'm not sadly good with names. That's my brother's job. That's why he has the stones. But two, sending a personal message to my master. I don't know how he knows I don't even have a master for one, which is impressive that he thinks I seem to have one. But that threat sounded much more than just a man of business. Said the word interloper. That is not something I've heard about many times in the words of business. I'm just saying, again, I am but a humble urchin of the streets, that these things, and again, I could all be wrong. And in fact, I'm going to pull in the bag of holding and pull out all the other sending stones and the magical children's books and put them out. And just be like, but it was definitely nothing concrete. But these should definitely be returned. And then I'm gonna like Waldo being like, am I gonna pull out the gems too? Like I'm just gonna give him like a look, be like, should I give him everything kind of look?
I'll just look back.
Classic Waldo.
I can't talk with my eyes. I don't know what you're trying to communicate telepathically.
Gonna look to you, look to the bag, look to the stones, and be like, come on, man. But yeah.
Well, I will say that I do not recognize the accent. It is not an accent of this country, of my home country, of Curva. So I do not know where this person is from, but it is nowhere that I have heard of. And I have been to a lot of places. So that is very disconcerting, to say the least.
Oh, did you say Curva?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and scry. I think that's the next bet since you mentioned my name. Now I am now invested in this. I cannot
Again, if we're just liars, like he has no idea who we are. No one has any idea who we are. I'm not sure you're as invested as you think you are yet. It could have just been a believable lie.
This person doesn't sound like they make empty threats.
I do not disagree with that statement.
So I'm going to try. We can.
No innocent man would have allowed to put their name out there, Droll. I think
Oh my god.
they're safe.
Where do they talk like that with that accent?
Know where I've been.
Who doesn't know?
I literally have been to most countries on this continent. I've never been to the Frost, which is the most northern place. Nowhere I've ever never heard, so maybe it's a creature or something. But yeah, I don't know what you like to do. I don't think that going back out of here is a good idea, since I was able to deter the House Papaleo guards, but they, are most likely circling the place like vultures.
Well, we appreciate you sticking your neck out on the line.
Also, I'm not saying you shouldn't scry. Please scry.
I'm going to scry, but I need to leave this room, and I'm not leaving you guys in here with all of these things. If I find anything when I scry, I will send you a message. Actually, I'm going with you, so I need to change my robes.
So sorry once again.
And at this point, I'm not even listening. I'm starting to write like a letter.
All right, I'm going to leave you in here against my better judgments. If you touch anything or take anything, I will be inspecting you all before we teleport to Labelle. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I need to
On my
check.
honor as a warrior of Bahamut, I will let you know if someone touches your things.
And I peer around at everyone,
I will be back.
but I linger my eyes on
Do
Thedon.
not leave this room.
Hey, Thedon, I got a new nickname for you. The Grave Digger. You dig holes that bury other people.
Again, I'm not sure that I did anything that would bury Droll. I was
You used his name. What do you mean?
If I used anyone's
You just
name.
talked to the enemy and said Droll did this.
No, I said the house was under search from Droll's agents. I had no. It could have been. I could have named literally anyone in the city.
Yet you named our strongest ally in the city.
Yeah, but if he would be the only one in the city who would have agents. Like, isn't he in charge of the city? It just
You didn't have to say it at all.
Use his name.
I'm sorry, Droll. I'm sorry, Olivex. How many lies have you said in your life?
None.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure to check in your expertise about how to lie better next time.
You didn't have to lie.
I 100% had to lie.
You could have said,
We didn't have to lie.
lying literally got you nowhere just now. You
And,
could have hopped on there and said, oh, I stole this from Papaleo. Who is this? And you would have gotten the same result.
so what you're saying is I could have.
But you
so you're-
instead lack honor.
So let me.
And you throw under people into holes and you bury them.
Let me make
Right,
sure.
Digger.
I really want to understand.
Ah!
I really want to understand what you just said. So you're saying I could have been honest with him, gotten the same response, or I could have lied to him and maybe have gotten a different response. So if I went with your way, I only get the nothing response. But if I
But at
lie,
least you could live with your honor. But I guess you buried that as well.
oh, I've never claimed to have honor. I have a code that I keep to, but other than that, honor is a chain that I do not feel I need to weigh me down.
All right, I'm back. I have my dragon staff.
Oh, God dang it. I'm gonna whisper, as he's back, I'm gonna whisper to Waldo, should I give him the gems that you wanted?
Oh, can we keep them?
I mean, I'm cool keeping them.
Okay,
I'm just, okay, cool.
those are rare.
All right, are we ready to go?
Oh, 100% we're ready to go.
All right. Everybody get close, please. It helps if you all grab on to one another so you are all touching. That way no one is left behind. I, Droll, Dragonstaff, teleport us to Labelle. Take us now. And the world disappears from view. And you appear outside. The sun is up. It is a clear sky. You would assume that you've traveled like 3 or 4 hours into the future somehow. And
Time zones.
you approach the city of Labelle. And as you walk, he will say, "Welcome to the fantastic city of Labelle, where everything is beauty and betrayal." And he will usher behind you. As he ushers behind you, you see that you've come onto like a main road, and it's just made of dirt. As you walk off into the distance, you see tents, like carnival-looking tents, everywhere. None of the streets are paved. Everything is made of all the houses are made of tents. Some of them have like an actual like building, like plaster, and then the roof is like a canopy. You also see out in the distance like massive buildings that you have never seen so big. Actually, Thanon has been here, so you would have recognized some of these things, but for the rest of you, you have never seen these things before. You see like most buildings are 2 and 3 stories tall off in the distance that aren't tent looking. And you see some that are like 7, 8, 9 stories tall that look like big coliseums. Some are like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like spires everywhere. You see off in the distance, it looks like a massive like balloon, like an air balloon, but it's like attached to a building.
So we're in the middle of a carnival space, but then surrounding us is more like stone architecture. Like it gets bigger as we go out.
Yeah, so you guys are walking. It looks like a poor section of the town. Everything is made of fabrics and stuff, with very little like brick and mortar actual buildings. Whereas the more inner towards the castle, which you can see off in the distance, you see more like taller structures, balloons everywhere in the air. You see like those banners where they're like triangle flags all over the place. Yeah, it is definitely change of pace.
So a couple questions. One, did you mention the name Gargashal not too long ago?
I did.
And what was that in reference to?
He said that he had a mimicker and Gargashal. Droll said that?
He had a mimicker and Gargashal. Cool. I wrote 2 notes during that time. One was to Dodge, telling him we got into his house, we got out, probably has heard about the news, or we'll hear about it shortly. Found a suspect sending stone. No solid proof. He is moving troops to Drabar. Keep an eye on him still. And then the other note was for the people we stole from, Papaleo, saying we returned everything that we could. And if he has nothing to hide, wonderful, we'll return the rest. But if he turns out to be exactly that, I'll just say that will be his last word.
All right. Sounds good.
Is Droll still with us?
Yep, Droll's still with you. He's like just walking towards the city with you guys. It seems to be like early morning. If you had a guess based on the sun, you would guess around like 6 or 7 in the morning.
Goodness.
Hey Enzo.
Yeah.
Why were you panting when you came into Droll's earlier?
I was the decoy to make sure they got out, and like they said, that I made sure someone saw me so they would chase me and not them. So I had to get away.
Did you have to fight anyone off?
No, just took some old streets that I grew up running on, so I knew where to go to get away.
Okay, cool. Just was curious. Because Theron and Waldo weren't panting or anything, but that makes sense.
Yeah, they had the easy way out. I had to make sure no one, because if I got caught, I had nothing on me. If they got caught, there was proof.
Right. Doing the heavy lifting.
I did a whole lot of standing, and then I ran the last 10 or 20 minutes, but they did most of the hard work.
And you have my gratitude for that, Enzo. That is not many people are willing to run from guards. And I cannot imagine it would have been that easy. Thank you.
It all worked out. You guys did your part, I did mine.
Speaking of our part, people have been mentioning we should maybe come up with a name. Olivax brought up a good one, the Gravediggers.
No, that's your name.
That's your name, not
I am not a gravedigger.
I mean, you basically kill people, kill things and stuff. If that doesn't call for Gravediggers, I don't know what does.
I don't like that name. It's a little dark.
Okay. But what about, okay, if that doesn't work, then what about the last word?
What about the Power Bottoms? Our trivia name.
We could do that too. I do not think it would inspire the kind of people you think it would.
It's powerful, is it not?
It definitely is powerful.
When did we have a trivia name? Nobody told me.
Sure, Waldo, of course we did. It was written on the chalkboard.
I didn't know I was a power bottom.
Why are we so upset about it?
Waldo, do you know what a power bottom is?
It's power, and the bottom of a structure is usually the most stable. You know, a power bottom. Don still hasn't taught me what power bottom is.
I think the three of us need a campfire night. But anyway,
why does everyone know what a power bottom is?
Is it when you sit down for a long time?
It could be.
Long horse, like people who ride in the saddle a lot, they got some power bottoms. I can tell you that much. But it's just a
How
thought.
do we like that as a name?
Again, it's not going to attract the people you want it to, and it may turn off the people you would rather it not.
Yeah,
what kind of people?
That's not a good choice.
What kind of people would power bottoms attract? I am envisioning hardworking, stern, stable, thick.
What is
Am I wrong?
Only one of those adjectives is incorrect, actually.
Okay, let's move
They're
on.
definitely not stable.
If you want to go in that direction, what's the name of that stone that when you're building, it's like the everything is built off of?
Keystone?
Keystone. Give me the Keystones.
Like that. It's got a lot of power to it.
I still personally like.
Think of that. I mean, Waldo loves stones, and a keystone is just the most important stone.
I thought the last word would inspire a little bit more fear and renown, but Keystone works. I can live with Keystone.
I like the last word too.
Thank you, Waldo. You ever are my best friend within this group.
What about Grandmaster's Gardeners?
Oh no.
We root out the weeds of this world.
We root out the weeds of this world. Oh, I looked at Droll. How does he think about our conversation?
I've already given you my opinion.
Oh, Droll, what is your opinion, Droll?
I said you guys should be the teeth of the dragon.
And I smile really wide.
I can live with that. I like that.
Is there another name for a tooth of a dragon? Something that's like less words?
Dragon's teeth.
Dragon Law?
I kind of like Todd or Todd. We could be Todd, Tooth of the Dragon. We can shrink it. TTD
That's what?
or
Yeah, we're not
TOD.
going that direction.
Okay.
Todd?
We could
Alright.
be Todd.
So what do you think? So we got the two ones that everybody likes so far is Keystone and Dragon's Tooth.
Yeah,
Dragon's
Teeth of the
teeth?
Dragon. Teeth of the
And the
Dragon.
god and Grandmaster's Goddess.
What about the Wispy Weavers?
Oh, that's good too.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one, Waldo.
Waldo, I think if we open up a shop for you, we should totally make that the name of your shop.
Oh,
Or that could be the name of our castle, like the keep that we're gonna win from this.
Why are we shying away from the power bottoms again?
Oh, I literally like to Droll. I don't think we have the time right now, unfortunately.
Well, let's move on to what's everybody else think?
What about the power
Well-
tops?
Wink, Tink.
What we could do, I like the idea of the keystones. However, if we want to add some flair to it, we could have it as like the Keystone Collective, a group of people working together. And then possibly our tower, we could call it Keystone Tower or Keystone Castle, depending on what we turn it into. Keystone Keep. It's
I like
catchy.
that. That sounds right to me.
you're so smart.
Oh,
Is the
thank
collective
you.
is the collective with a K or a C?
Oh,
Both work.
exactly. You can play with words, give them new meanings.
What about the cool Keystone Collective? And they're all Ks. 3 Ks. Do we like that or power bottoms?
KKK does roll off the tongue. I will give you that. It does inspire bring up a certain image into my mind. Oh, we can wear white coats.
They're definitely people you don't want to mess with.
Oh, and white hats.
We could
that-
wear, yeah. Oh, yeah. We could all have white hat wizard. We could have wizards hats, white wizards hats to look imposing.
And I could burn
Threatening.
people with my fire breath.
Yes, you could. You could.
All right. So let's get back to it. Keystone Collective or the Dragons. What's the Dragon's Teeth?
I feel like
I like the
Keystone, I
Keystone
feel like
Collective.
Keystone Collective has won. I think our good friend Wink has swayed at least half of the group. So I say Keystone Collective it is.
What do you think, Droll? Do you like that name, Keystone Collective?
It has a nice ring to it.
What about the cool Keystone Collective?
Doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well, sadly. I like where the initials get us, but I don't like how we got there.
Okay. You're right. I'm forcing it.
You are forcing it.
All right. So we're the Keystone Collective. It's official.
I will make sure to
I put my hands on my brother's shoulders. The Keystone Collective. Ridders of evil. Doers of good.
Yeah, do it.
I am honored to fight alongside you.
Wow. I honestly, from our conversation earlier, I was not expecting you to say that to me.
Can we just have a good moment for once, that on?
Sorry.
You and your antics. Gonna get us all killed.
all right.
Grave
Well,
digger.
I'm gonna go now. I think I have spent too much time. I was gonna go get a drink, but this conversation has made me more exhausted than I think I ever was. So,
I do have a
see you later.
few quick questions for you, Droll. Do you mind if I run them by you real quick?
Well, let's. In that case, I need to sit down. This is too much. There's an inn coming up here that has a bar called Sonyo Sweet that I've been to. It's low end, but they have good prices.
Oh, I heard that's a good place to stay.
That's all right.
Is there any places that you advise us to stay that's nice, decent price, safe?
No, we're safe. But
All right.
wherever you want, there's plenty of places. I don't usually stay there.
All right. I would like to know, do you know anything about who they call the curator here in this town?
You've already asked me this. I have no idea.
Actually, I asked his assistants. He wasn't there.
My associate, the Lady of Masks, will be able to tell you more. You'll
Would you
probably
let me
catch her
buy-
setting up this morning. She has a place around in this part of the city. The Moonlit Masquerade, they call themselves.
Who calls themselves this Moonlight?
The Lady of Masks group, of course.
And who
Anyways,
are they?
let's get a drink first. He will take you. You're walking down the main road. You pass a couple buildings. Some look like castles made of tents, but they're just tents. Overall, lots of cool different shapes and heights and stuff with these tents. You approach one of these buildings. I'm scrolling down to it. And it looks just like a old English cottage. This one is actually not have tent fabrics on it or anything like that. And then you walk inside and it looks like it's nighttime inside. There's wooden floors. There's like tables that sit like 5, 6, or 7 people scattered throughout. And then on the roof is like, think of like those paper looking Asian decorations, but they're like neon lights coming out, like blues and purples.
Like the lamps, like the globe things.
Yeah, like those lamps, yeah. That floats, but they're and then there's like a bunch of like string. It looks like silly string, like sprayed, but it's like hanging and it's casting light coming from it. It's very like neon looking. And
Place is magnificent.
there's a bartender who's just like an old human guy. And yeah, that's what you see when you walk inside. There's a bunch of drinks behind him. You don't really see anyone else in here other than you guys. And then on the top story as well, there's a bunch of rooms, like other doors that are closed with numbers on them.
What was this place called, Beth?
This is the Sonyo Sweet.
Sonyo Sweet.
I have
Hey,
pictures.
Enzo.
I have pictures for all of these things, thanks to Trent.
Are you able to like take a picture for your adventure book? Because this place surely should go in that book.
Yes, I know. It's beautiful.
Top picture is what it looks like from the outside, and this is what it looks like on the inside. The bottom picture.
Are you saying you can't take pictures? If not, we need to find some way to do that. Maybe Tate can help.
Droll will sit down, order a drink, and all right, ask away, ask questions. This is the last time we'll see each other for gods know how long.
Are there any do's and don'ts with the city?
Oh, there are many. This is a place full of villainy.
I'm asking Droll.
Okay. I've only been here before. What do I know?
I don't trust you.
All right, well, if you want my 2 cents, you can find a good time anywhere in this city. Prices are always negotiable, but don't overpress your luck. You can pretty much find anything that you're looking for. It might take some time. There's also a lot of dark figures here, like pretty much everything is accepted. I don't know how closed off they are to worshiping gods now that the pact has been signed here, but it's not uncommon to see like people that look like devils and demons and that actually might be devils and demons. You might see like nymphs or sirens or harpies or succubi walking the streets. Just a very odd place. Everyone is accepting of everything here. But there's also like a lot of other things, like lots of drugs and lots of the chain. You'll see lots of the chain here. Chain of Orokev is they oversee the guards of the city, basically. So you'll see lots of the chain. Definitely go to one of the casinos. I recommend La Roña Rich. It is the best.
Yanovich.
La Rich?
La
That's it.
Roña Rich.
La Yanya Rich?
Rana. Ranya. It means frog. The Rich Frog.
That's a casino?
Yeah. You guys know this because you heard it at trivia night, that it brings in the most money.
Oh, Weavers.
I look to Wink and Tink in the dawn to see like how their eyes are lighting up during this.
I'm keeping the coolest face of my life.
Insight check.
All right. What's my deception? +6.
I don't even know. I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 7, so 13 total for me.
So you looking cool.
Looking so fly.
All right. Are any things that we should avoid saying, or I don't know. I just don't want us to stick out like a sore thumb.
Say whatever you wish. Everyone is accepting. And as he says that, you see like someone walk in the door that looks like they're dressed like a Victorian person. They have like the big black. It's a woman and she's a tiefling. She has like a massive horns that come out and then smaller ones. Her face, she has pointy ears and her face is like white with like black lipstick. And she seems to be wearing like some sort of headdress, and her coattail, like of her dress that she's wearing, which is red and black, like connects to her wrists. So like as she moves them around, it's like little bat wings that are coming. And she orders a drink and goes and sits down at another table. Like I was saying, lots of odd figures in this place.
So if I were to mention Bahamut out loud, would that be okay?
I don't see why not. Just don't get caught worshipping them, most likely. I don't know, though.
Sometimes I just can't help it. His glory is so grand. I have but a choice but to praise him sometimes. Oh, this place is temptation.
Perfect word, yes. Any other questions for me? This drink has been satisfactory.
This La Rana Rich place, is there anything special about it? What makes it better than other places?
It's grandiose. It's clean. It is beautiful. It is ever changing. The art is amazing. I don't want to spoil. You just will have to go see for yourselves how amazing it is.
All right. What about the people who run it? Are they unusual in some way?
I have no idea. They are very. I have never seen anything out of the ordinary. Out of this ordinary, I should say.
How should we contact you?
That is up to you. You have.
Well, we already talked about ravens. Those probably aren't going to be safe. Is there a more surefire way to contact you?
Use magical means. Ride back fast. I don't really care how quickly I am told that the deed is done, only that it gets completed.
Fair enough.
Between you and the Factiere, it has nothing to do with me. I'm just honoring whoever finishes first.
What are we here to do exactly?
Well, we're here to find out more about the chain of Orokef. And we're here to hopefully locate one of the lieutenants or the whereabouts and seek them out. We will relay the information to
You
Droll.
in a race with Falciere. The first one to kill one of the lieutenants gets the deed to the tower. That is what you are doing. You are to speak with the Lady of Masks and do not disclose my name. Nothing of what you are doing is under my purview. This is all off the books until it is completed.
And where might we find this Lady of the Masks?
I'll let
You
you know.
already told us this.
I'm sorry.
I feel like you're not listening.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
I
go.
got Moonlight Masquerade.
May I ask? Do you know anything about her besides she has a shop?
She doesn't. She does have a shop, but she has a
Is she a
carnival.
human?
She is a tiefling. She's blue, and she is very powerful.
Does she look like that one?
I'll point to the one at the desk.
That is not a tiefling.
The one with horns in her head?
That is some sort of fey elf.
Would Wallow know that?
No,
I thought you said it had 4 horns sticking out
it
of it.
does have 4 horns.
It fooled me too, Waldo.
But yes, similar, I guess. Yes, she is very beautiful and powerful. Anyways, give him our regards. I will talk to you when I talk to you.
Girl, I appreciate everything. Sorry we put you in the spot that you're in, and please let my parents know where I am. I wasn't able to say goodbye.
Yes, thank you, Droll.
Tata, have a great day. Don't get yourself in too much trouble. And he will leave.
Bye, Drollio.
Until next time, Droll.
Droll has left the building. You guys are in Sonyo Sweet. You see other people start coming in. What would you guys like to do now?
I want to chill for a while to take like an hour before we
You
do
want to take a
anything.
short rest?
Have some
Yes.
breakfast.
I also want to say some things they should look out for in the city. Maybe they'll believe me now that Droll has spoken.
Like
Yes.
So again, this is kind of this place, more or less. There are some good eggs, but assume that basically everyone here is trying to steal from you or take advantage of you in some fashion. You'll make it out pretty well, better than you would have otherwise.
Turn around immediately and look at my bag, my pouch of rocks.
Yeah, Mike, hold that tight. That's prime real estate here. Hold on. We're in Labelle. So there is a casino here that my brother and I are no longer allowed to go into.
It's not the Leona Rich, is it?
I mean, yeah.
Or is it all of them?
It's that one, La Rana Rich. We're not allowed to go back there. We are friends with the guard there, though, so maybe we can give you guys an in. And he's still friends with us.
That
How
one
did you
does
get
sound
banned?
exciting.
How did we get banned?
Yeah,
Oh,
what'd you do?
oh, try to rob the house, get caught on the way out, / your inside man betrays you, / we were double timing someone else.
So you were just baying yourself.
I mean, yes and no. We were definitely on. Actually, was this a solo operation, brother? I think this was a solo operation. I think it's a solo operation.
When did this happen?
Oh, a little bit before we met up with you guys.
Perfect.
Bo, do the golden buttons have a thing here?
They do.
There's also a pretty influential group of. I just said I worked with them. What kind of group are they?
They're similar to how they are in Alloy, but they're much less structured here, and you don't have a very good rapport with them here.
That I know. Just try to avoid mentioning the name Gilbert's Golden Hands around here.
You
They
said
don't-
something about the golden buttons.
Yes. Well, our friend Dodge is a member of them, but here they're a little bit more disorganized, not quite as powerful or influential. And we might have involved them / screwed them over in the happenstance of Laurona Rich. But just don't mention the name Gilbert's Golden Hands. They don't know me by Fadon. Just don't mention I'm a bugbear who dresses nice.
Wait a sec. The gold buttons. Wasn't that the group who stole Twinkie?
I don't believe so.
No.
I have in my notes, Bo, when Droll interrogated the prisoner that we brought back, he said he was a hired thug of the Golden Buttons, and he was an initiate, and he didn't know what the unicorn transfer was for.
Yeah, he used to work for the Golden Buttons, but it wasn't like.
So he wasn't a hired thug of the Golden Buttons.
He
Maybe
was a
hired-
hired thug, but he wasn't on like working for the Golden Buttons. He was basically like a thief who worked for anybody, and he worked for the Golden Buttons at one point,
Okay.
and then was hired by the chain.
Okay. Got you. And Ryan, what was that name? Gilbert Golden Hand?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Anything else, Thadon?
How many names do you go by, Thadon?
Oh, I don't remember them all. I try to.
In this city?
That was the name I gave him for this city. For most of it, yeah.
All right, what else do we need to know?
Well, again, assume that everyone here is a liar and a cheat. Again, they're not all Olivex. There are some good people here. And this place will definitely take your money, either the right way or the bad way. And I'm gonna try to keep a lower profile here. I really wish we got those white hats. That would have made things easier. You could use it to like, maybe I could have got one to cover my face.
Is this what it looks like a giant carnival?
Yep,
Is this the city or like,
this is part of the city.
This is the poor part of the city.
Or
It's all
part where you guys are right now.
well, you've been here, Thadon. Is there a place we should be going after this? Get an inn, so we can rest and settle down?
An inn. Is there an inn that I trust or have a good rapport with, Bo?
You're currently in an inn right now.
But is there one that I trust or have good rapport with in the city?
I mean, not that you like. Most people like don't talk a lot to the proprietor of the owner. They just like want to stay and then leave. I mean, I can give you names, but like nothing in particular as far as like your guys's inn that you went to. You guys usually didn't stay in inns.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Well, we should probably stay in a better part of town. We don't want to be in a place where everybody that walks by us is a cut purse. So is there a better area that's, like middle class, but decent prices?
I didn't really stay in inns. We were trying to, we up until recently, we've never kept money for very long. So we kind of just found places out in the streets. This place will probably do fine.
What about areas? If this is a lower income area, what are places that are a little bit higher?
Oh, goodness. Whew. There's definitely the haves and the have-nots here in the city. But
A couple different places that on would mention to you guys. You have Tende, which actually means the tent district. Literally, most of the places in here are made of this tent fabric. You will see it like dwindle the more towards the fortress you go. That biggest place is called Iron Place. Let me pull up the city map so you can see what everything looks like. So you have the tent district, and then you have the middle class district, which is Iron Place. This is like more Italian looking, where there's like red clay roofs, and all the shops are like, all the houses are like connected on one side, 2-3 stories tall. Some of these buildings are massive, some of them are smaller. This is where, like, you would guess you saw like that big air balloon thing, or like a Coliseum looking place. And then you get towards the old Labelle, which is like the richest part of the city. Massive, humongous, fantasy looking buildings.
What about the Shire?
The Shire, this is similar to Iron Place. It's just
on the coast.
Yeah, it's not, there's no coast. I mean, you're close to the coast, you're like a day or two away. So you do
It kind of looks like it's on the
you-
water. That's why I asked that, I guess.
Yeah, no water.
Okay.
No lakes or anything. There is a river that runs north of here that Theron would tell you. But yeah.
All right, well, let's finish up our lunch and head out, explore.
I am not going to go out and explore. I'm going to keep a low profile.
You can't go anywhere in the city?
I want to gather information first before I go out there. Make sure I don't stroll. Gang lines change all the time. I want to make sure I don't step on anyone's toes. You know how it is.
Yeah, we've known you long enough to know how you roll. What about a place for us? I have a friend I'm gonna be looking for. So if you guys just want to hang out here, I'm gonna go look and explore. If you guys want to join me, or
Who's your friend?
her name is Luna.
Are
I'd
you
be
in
happy
love
to
with
accompany.
Luna?
Sorry, Chad.
So we can go check out the city. I think it'd be better for us to stay in a nicer part of town. I don't really trust cloth walls.
I
Anybody
couldn't
can-
agree more.
So find a little bit better area. What area is the La Rana Rich in?
The Lania Ditch is in Iron Place, but it's actually like on the border of the richest
side.
part of the city.
Yeah.
It's in a massive building, so it has a big footprint. Yeah, it's in technically the Iron Place district.
Okay. I'd also like to, and if you guys are interested, I'd like to check out some, see if they got any magic items here that we were looking for that they didn't have in Alloy.
Why don't we go to the shops? Because won't that lady of masks, the masks be in the shop area?
What's the name of her shop? Did Droll say?
Moonlight Masquerade.
That's
He
the
told
name
you
of
that she
her
has-
group.
Yeah, she has a carnival, and that she's in this part of town.
So maybe we hit up her first, and then we make our way towards Iron Place, find a place to stay, maybe check out the casino.
Yeah, that works.
Work
What
our
time
way
of day
towards.
is it?
What time of day is it, Bo?
I already told you it's like 7 in the morning.
Oh, so it's early.
But it's like 8 if we take a short rest.
Yeah, Theron, you are out of spells. Waldo's used both of his wild shapes.
I don't get my spells back on short rests. I don't think I get anything back on short rests.
You have
All right.
Why don't
cantrips.
we? Anybody who wants to come with me, the rest of you could stay here. We can go look for an inn, find the inn, and then we can, clean up and relax. And who could stay relaxing, and everybody else can go out. We could figure it out from there. What do you guys think?
That sounds good
Yes.
with me. I'll join.
I want to go, but I need a rest first.
Okay. So do you want to stay here with the Dawn, and we can come back for you later?
Well, it's only an hour, so maybe we just hang out here. Maybe we just walk around the block and see what we could find.
Yeah, we can get the lay of the land. A few blocks around, check things out.
Chat with some fine folks.
It is early. There's probably, street food and stuff going on around here. Make sure you got all anything that matters covered up and hidden. Not in your regular pockets.
Okay, so we have who's going? And what are you guys doing?
I'll be joining, and I would like to sink my gold into assets. I'd like to buy some
Land.
magic items. I'd like to do some shopping.
Oh,
I'd like to
yeah, Wink, I'm gonna pull you aside and pull out the spell book. Did we steal just one spell book or two spell books from Papaleo? Two. I'm gonna pull out both spell books and be like,
fabulous.
we didn't give everything back necessarily. Try not to destroy or make it unusable in any way. We may have to return them, but until then, I'm gonna sneak them to you.
Looks exciting. Can't wait to crack it open. I love studying spell casting and spell work.
Why don't we open that when we get a room somewhere away from prying eyes, possible prying eyes.
We got Wink going, the Enzo going, Olivax, is that it?
I'll go if I have a short rest, but if not, then I'll wait. I don't know how long.
We're just gonna walk around for like an hour and come back and get you.
I don't know how long Droll took.
Sounds good. Where are you guys wanting to go?
I want to find a magic warhammer.
Okay.
Or a way to like magically imbue my warhammer, if that's a thing.
Okay.
But not too far away from the Sonyo Sweet. Hey, Lucas.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, bud.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's waving.
That's waving.
Choo,
Yeah, hi.
choo, choo, choo.
Young warrior.
Is he
Yours
looking
is
like
hot.
Camille now?
What?
He's always looked like Camille, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows how to do head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
What?
It's cute.
You're stealing the spotlight, baby.
How old is he?
18 months almost. He'll be 18 months next week.
Nice. He's a cutie.
So we're looking for a blacksmith and what else? That's it?
An if he wants to get his Warhammer enchanted, probably an enchanter.
Okay, okay.
Or
Right.
yeah, any magic items? I think the magic item might be better in the other part of the city, but we can look around, see what's around us.
Artifacts, legendary items, stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever they're handing out to, is just, free walk-ins, first-time customer, legendary items.
If they're handing out free magic items, we'll go there.
Free samples.
I'd like to look for Elven Chain if that's something that they might have in this area. Would be helpful.
Okay. All right, so you guys start walking down the main road, and there are people selling things everywhere. Anything that you could possibly imagine that's magical related, they are selling. Weapons and gear that you are seeing is all like on the lower ends, but some of the magical things that they are selling do like the most odd things. Like someone is selling weather in a bottle. Someone is selling, you see a little goblin who's selling fireworks.
Ooh.
And these fireworks are massive that he is selling. You see
Waldo would definitely buy those.
You see people singing and playing music, and you see tieflings and dwarves and bugbears and goblins and halflings walking around, gnomes, people with weird looking inventions. You see like massive looking devil people, but like once you walk by them, you notice that it's like an illusion to some sort of extent. You see turtles walking the streets. Some of these things are like things you've never seen before. You see like carnival looking games and rides and attractions, people selling these things. As far as like finding enchanters specifically, you don't find any in this specific district. When you ask people, Olivax, they do point you to the Fey Forge if you're looking for a weaponsmith.
Thank you. And where might I find this Fey Forge?
They will point you to the Iron Place and say, give me 1 second. Fey Forge number 13. They will say it's near the Shire district. It's right on the border. They will tell you that it's just past Strada Lusuria, which means Lust Street. It's like the red light district from Game of Thrones. There's tons of brothel houses that say it's just on the other side of that. So that's where they'll point you.
I know Enzo is enamored with this place and he's like walks around like a kid in a candy store, amazed about how cool everything is and the varieties of people and the colors and the things and the smells and the sounds. So you're just walking around wide-eyed.
Tell me what you think. Tell me what you're thinking, Enzo. I see those eyes shining bright.
It's like, you read about places like this in the stories, but to see it in real life, it's so colorful and beautiful. I just can't imagine not wanting to be an adventurer. People who stay in the same city, oh my gosh, I spent my whole life in Alloy. This is amazing.
It is pretty incredible.
Wait,
hey,
isn't this beautiful?
It is beautiful to be out of that small town. It reminds me of the good old days of traveling and seeing all types and characters from around the world. It's definitely more my style out here. It's nice to be able to go back to a place like Alloy every now and then and rest up, but this is what life is about. Experiencing everything all at once. People from everywhere. Oh, there's so much flavor, so much entertainment to be experienced here.
Yes, Alloy is so much slower and relaxed. This place is so much energy. Just being here, I feel like I can run forever. I have so much excitement.
Ah, yes. 'Tis just the start of our journey, but it's a lovely place to start.
I know. I feel like I want to touch and taste and smell everything.
Do take a portion of your money and be sure to sample the goods in the city.
I will.
Be careful about who you sample them from, but of course,
Now's not the time. Right now, it's like I'm just looking for now.
yes, of course. This
Hey,
is the
Bo,
place.
What's
to
the
experience it
nearest?
all.
Oh, sorry, Spencer.
Oh, you.
What's the nearest carnival game?
You see a Ferris wheel. You see where they've had these boats that travel in these little containers that go straight like towards the person selling it, and they give you like these leaf looking things, and you have to go back and forth with them to make your boat go fast, and whoever gets to the end first wins whatever prize. They have the one where
I want to do that one.
they have one where you have to throw the ball and hit someone sitting on a chair. However, like there's like the thing you're supposed to hit is like moving in like random directions, and the person's like making jokes and making fun of whoever's throwing the ball that's trying to knock them into the sludge.
Do you guys want to try this boat game?
Oh, I would love to try anything.
Wink.
Absolutely. I'm game.
Yes. Challenge us.
If you're willing to lose, Olivax, then let's go.
I never lose.
Well, I forgot.
Not with Bahamut by my side.
They
I
will
am
tell
his
you
chosen vessel.
one silver piece for one ball, or 2 silver pieces for 3 balls.
Silver pieces or copper?
Wait, are we
pieces?
doing
Silver.
This is the ball. This is the
This
boat
is the
one?
ball. This is the ball. Try to knock the guy off as he's insulting you.
Okay, that's fine.
What numbers do we use like when we throw? Like athletics or?
I only need one ball.
Since you're just throwing, I would say it's like a dex or a strength, whatever you want to use.
Do I
Both
get
same for me.
my charisma bonuses to that?
You do not. No, you don't. Do you get to use them? I
get
don't
them
think
for
so.
any attack or spell.
Then yes.
You throw it with a lot of
With
charm.
an attack, then yes, because you are making an attack in game sense.
Okay. All right, let's do it. We each get a ball, huh?
Yes.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I will do it.
All right.
I will sink the traitor.
What's he saying to me?
He is saying, "Oh, we got a dragonborn here. Oh, they're so noble. Trying to knock a guy into sludge. So noble."
You have a warrior of Bahamut standing in front of you.
Ha! Bahamut is dead.
Bahamut gives us all strength and life, and you will be drowned.
What I would give to be there right now.
What do I roll?
Literally threatening everyone.
He starts arguing with the guy.
Gosh.
That is so funny.
What am I rolling again? Athletics?
You attack. An attack roll. Strength or dex, whichever you prefer.
Strength, because my dex is -1. I can't see my dice. I don't know where it lands on. Oh my gosh, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh my.
You throw
Oh,
it,
that's divine justice right there.
and the ball
May
slips.
Bahamut baptize you.
And the ball slips out of your hand paw and like
No.
It's like
I'll
the
fire on him.
No, I'm not gonna kill him.
Oh, that was pathetic. Wink, you up?
I want another ball.
Well, if you're that
Yeah.
bad, you might as well just not even try.
the
I'll
guy.
wait my turn.
Probably not
I'll
your
wait my
game.
turn.
The,
I'll pay
the-
another silver.
the guy standing that's like taking the money, like reaches out his hand and holds the other ball in the other hand, like asking for the silver.
How do I convert silver to gold or gold to silver?
1 gold is 10 silver. So you could just subtract silver and then just add subtract gold and then just add silver to your inventory.
Okay. Got it. Sorry.
Hey, Wink, while we're waiting for Butterfingers, do you want to go?
Yes, I
right.
shall. I shall toss with dexterity. Ooh, that's 13.
13. You throw, and again the target is like moving, and you throw the ball and it misses, and he says, "Ha! Elves,
Blah.
so arrogant, never had a chance."
Oh, come on.
Okay, friend. It's my turn now.
Ooh, another elf. So
What do you got
worried.
for me? Spit all your nonsense.
Go
Are you
ahead.
ready?
What'd you roll?
Oh, I thought he was going to say something clever.
Just said everything you wanted to say. Now we just wait.
All right, you better hold your breath, my man.
Speak back and forth.
Here we
We'll
go,
see.
my friend. Oh, 14.
14. You see, you try to time it a little bit differently than Wink did, but alas, you still miss wide left a little bit. And he's just laughing, chuckling, pointing his fingers at you.
Yes,
belly
yes,
laughing.
I see. I see the mistake I made. I will try again as well. We will get this guy.
Proprietor's doing the same thing, like he's got you guys hooked now. As
All
he's
right,
just
I'm back up. I'm back up with my ball.
Oh, we got the Dragonborn again.
You may possess a silver tongue, but your heart is tainted with malice and deceit.
This is the best all of X has ever been.
It's perfect. It's so funny.
No! A 7.
You throw it online, but it just the distance wasn't enough, and it goes down and misses underneath. And
Give
it's
me 5 more.
11 every second.
Spend all your money.
5 more.
What did he say?
Give me
Give him
5
5 more
more.
balls.
Just get 6 and
Just
pay
give
with
me a
2.
bucket.
All right.
How
All right,
much will 1,000 gold buy me? Just kidding.
All right, just keep rolling.
Is anyone else gonna go again?
Sounds
Wink,
like
are you
they're-
going again?
Nah,
I'm going to try
not
one
my
more
thing.
time.
Does anyone else want to sink this heathen?
I'm going to walk up very cockily and look at him and give him a wink.
He'll do a kiss. Pucker.
20.
What'd you get?
20.
20. You throw it and you
Nice.
put like a curve on the ball, so it like is moving sideways. And as the thing is moving around, you hit it dead center, and the thing he's sitting on just drops, and you just hear like slap as he
Yeah.
slowly sinks into this mud ooze thing that he's in.
Yes.
Well
He is
done.
being cleansed. Bahamut make his heart pure. May he come out a new man, filled with purpose.
This game was great. What's next?
Well, I still have 5 balls.
I'm about to say, like, all of X is about 5 balls. He's just gonna like drop them.
And I'm going to turn to Olivex. Olivex, why did you buy 5 more? What if you get him in the first throw?
A warrior of Bahamut wastes nothing. It is done with intent.
Oh, is that what you call that?
I'm guessing he's gonna come out of this water and still spouting that evil filth. He needs to be baptized again and again and again.
Oh my gosh.
He comes out and he casts a spell on himself to get him all clean. And he climbs back up there, hooting and hollering, laughing. It's like, oh, that was a lucky throw. Dragonborn will never be able to do it though. He has to rely on his elvish friends.
Is the guy protected like behind a cage?
Yeah.
That would be so funny if he wasn't.
Your words drip with venom, revealing the spiteful nature that festers within your soul.
Man, when did all of that learn poetry?
Ball number 1, an 11.
Miss.
Ah! Number 2, 18.
Miss.
What? Ball number 3, an 8.
Miss.
A natural 1.
Oh my gosh.
His range is
that's
getting the
so-
better of him.
At the back of someone's head.
What is that number? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my last one. Oh no.
I say a small prayer. Bahamut, grant this ball guidance. May it fly straight, and may it baptize evildoers such as this.
What is he, Bo?
This guy is a tiefling.
This horns devil. Bahamut,
DC is 20.
16.
Yeah,
I must go read my scriptures. My faith is not strong enough.
Bahamut has no power here.
I do not hear you anymore. Your words fall flat. Good job, Enzo.
We'll see you later.
That
Thank
was
you,
great.
Silva.
What else do we have to do around here?
I must admit that was fun, but it did get the best of me. I apologize, friends.
Yes.
I
It
lost
must
a
be
bit
those
of control
claws.
there.
You're probably not too good of a thrower with those claws.
I just don't take kindly to people insulting Bahamut like that.
Is your assistant with you?
Yeah.
Blasius. Yes. Blasius always follows me unless I dismiss him.
Well, I wonder what he's looking like. Like, is he looking at you like you're crazy?
I'm not looking at him
Just
because
ignore
I
him.
don't want to know.
Well, are we gonna do something else, or are we gonna head back?
I'd say it's probably been about an hour. Let's go get the rest of our friends. Waldo would love this stuff. I bet
Oh.
that Don would too, and definitely Tank.
You guys head on back. As you walk back, like as you are walking down this main road and as you look off to like the alleyways, you do see like really poor people that look like sickly. Like some people are super skinny, like they look like they're on drugs. You see like people arguing. You see red cloaked figures with the sign of the chain on them, walking the streets as well. Like you've seen them quite a bit. They're all around. You see off in the distance like a zoo type things, as well as like you see like a big, what looks to be like a lighthouse off in the middle of nowhere. So you guys make it back to Sonyo Sweet, and Thadon and Waldo, you get your long rest, or sorry, short rest.
Too late, you already said long rest.
Short rest, not long. So it's been an hour, so it's about 9 a.m. The sun is all the way out. The streets are booming with people. And that is where we're going to end the session for tonight, with you guys leaving off to your next quest.